Have you ever stepped out of the shower feeling fresh and clean only to notice hours later an itch, some pain, or dampness in a place you hardly ever think about? After age 70, our bodies change in quiet, subtle ways. Hygiene habits that once worked perfectly may no longer be enough. In today's video, I'm going to reveal 3 areas of the body that are often overlooked but have a huge impact on your health, comfort, and even self-esteem. And at the end of the video, you'll discover a surprising spot that, if neglected, could silently weaken your immune system every single day. If you find this video helpful, type 1 in the comments and hit subscribe so I can keep sharing real, practical health lessons to help you thrive in your later years. 1. Your feet, the foundation of your life. Have you ever come home, kicked off your shoes, and felt soreness, dryness, or a dull ache in your feet, but brushed it off as just something that comes with age? Your feet, though often out of sight, carry the full weight of your body, from your youth all the way into your silver years. They take you everywhere, from the kitchen to the garden, from the grocery store to your front door, from your bed to the balcony. Every step you take is a quiet miracle, and your feet make that miracle happen. But after 60, they start to speak up through cracked heels, itchy toes, and small red spots. And if you're not paying attention, these small signs can turn into silent disasters. Why do feet become more vulnerable with age? Reduced blood circulation. Skin becomes dry, wounds heal slower. Thinner, less elastic skin leads to cracking, peeling, and tiny openings for bacteria and fungus to invade. Nerve sensitivity declines, especially in those with diabetes. Many don't even feel cuts or infections. Improper footwear creates pressure points on heels and toes, leading to blisters, calluses, and pain. A real-life warning, gentle but serious. George, 75, a retired woodworking teacher, was always on his feet. After retiring, he noticed his heels getting dry but didn't think much of it. Everyone has dry heels, he figured. One day, he spotted a tiny hairline crack on his heel. It stung a little, but he ignored it. A few weeks later, that small crack became a painful open sore. George could no longer walk. A doctor diagnosed a deep infection. He needed strong antibiotics and weeks of bed rest. George later said, "I never imagined a small crack in my heel would put me in bed for a whole month. If only I'd checked my feet more carefully." Simple steps, big protection. 1. Check your feet daily. Before bed, inspect your soles, heels, toes, and nails. Use a mirror if needed. Look for redness, itchiness, moisture, or anything unusual. 2. Wash and dry thoroughly. After bathing, use a soft towel to gently but thoroughly dry between your toes. This damp area is a breeding ground for bacteria and fungus. 3. Moisturize the right way. Use a gentle foot cream with urea, glycerin, or hyaluronic acid on your heels, soles, and the top of your feet. Do not apply between the toes. It traps moisture and feeds fungal infections. 4. Choose proper shoes and clean socks. Wear roomy, breathable shoes with arch support. Use cotton or moisture-wicking socks and change them daily. If your feet sweat a lot, change socks twice a day. 5. Trim toenails properly. Cut straight across, not too short. If your nails are thick, yellow, or brittle, it could be nail fungus. See a dermatologist. Just 5 minutes a day can protect your feet from problems that threaten your mobility and your independence. So tomorrow, before you put your shoes on, take a moment, look down at your feet and ask, have I really cared for these silent companions that have carried me through life? You may look at your feet every day, but there's another part of your body that's far more private, harder to talk about, and even easier to overlook as you get older. It's a place where moisture builds up, where fungus loves to grow, and where without proper care small discomforts can turn into serious problems. The most concerning part, if neglected, it doesn't just cause itching or irritation. It can quietly steal your sleep, make walking uncomfortable, and slowly chip away at your confidence even inside your own home. Up next, we're going to talk about one of the most vulnerable and most often ignored areas of the aging body, the groin. Part 2. The groin, a place that quietly affects your confidence. We often talk about keeping our face clean, our hands clean, even our fingernails and toenails. But there's one deeply personal area rarely mentioned, easily overlooked, yet highly sensitive and prone to infection, the groin. It's not something we bring up at the dinner table or chat about with friends. But as we age, it's something we must face. Because neglecting this area can silently take away our comfort, our sleep, and, most importantly, our confidence in our own body. Why is the groin area so risky? It's warm, moist, and enclosed, ideal conditions for bacteria, sweat, and yeast to grow. After 60, the skin becomes thinner, more fragile, and easily irritated. Skin folds become deeper, making it harder to dry completely after bathing. Those with diabetes, larger bellies, or who use adult briefs are at greater risk of prolonged dampness. And perhaps most dangerous of all, embarrassment keeps many people silent even when symptoms appear. A quiet story with a powerful lesson. Margaret, 82, lived alone, independent, proud, and well-groomed. She bathed daily. But during the hot summer weeks, she began noticing an unusual odor and mild itching in her private area. She thought, it's probably just the heat. I'm old now. This must be normal. So she said nothing. Weeks passed. The itching spread. The odor worsened. Finally, she visited her doctor and was diagnosed with a fungal skin infection combined with irritation from moisture and friction. Her doctor prescribed antifungal cream, a zinc-based barrier ointment, and simple hygiene instructions. A few weeks later, Margaret returned with a smile and said something I'll never forget. I thought I was just putting up with something normal. But all it took was a few minutes a day to sleep peacefully again and feel like myself. How to care for your groin, simple and effective. 1. Gently clean the area every day. Whether you shower or sponge bathe, use warm water and a fragrance-free, non-harsh soap. Use your hand or a soft cloth, never scrub aggressively. Harsh antibacterial soaps can actually damage your skin's natural defenses. 2. Dry every fold thoroughly. Use a soft towel or clean tissue to gently pat all skin folds dry. If bending is difficult, try using a handheld mirror or ask a trusted caregiver for help. A cool air hair dryer on a low setting can also work wonders. 3. Protect the skin, reduce friction. Apply a thin layer of zinc oxide cream to protect against moisture and bacteria. Alternatively, use cornstarch, a natural, gentle powder to keep the area dry. Avoid talcum powder, which has been linked to long-term health risks. 4. Wear breathable, loose underwear. Choose 100% cotton, never tight, and avoid polyester or synthetic fabrics. If you use briefs or incontinence pads, change them frequently, never leave them on longer than 4 hours. 5. Do a quick 30-second check each day. Each morning or evening, look for unusual smells, redness, itching, or flaking skin. A lingering damp feeling. If so, don't wait. One quick visit to your doctor could save you weeks of discomfort. The groin may be private, but it affects your sleep, your walk, your mood, and your dignity. Don't let embarrassment steal your comfort. A few minutes of care each day can give you back what age or silence tries to take away. A sense of lightness, freshness, and confidence right where it matters most. We often focus on the parts of our body that are easy to see and reach. But there's one tiny spot, right in the center of your belly, that over 80% of older adults completely overlook. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't itch. But quietly, week after week, it collects sweat, fabric lint, bacteria, even yeast without anyone noticing. And over time, it can affect your skin, your body odor, and even your immune system. Up next, I'm going to show you the little pocket on your belly that may seem harmless. But if ignored, it could be the reason behind that daily itch, dampness, or discomfort you just can't explain. Don't skip this part, because you might be carrying a tiny germ nest right inside your belly button. Part 3. The belly button, a tiny hole hiding a bigger problem. You might shower every day, wear clean clothes, and even spritz on a little cologne or perfume. But let me ask you, when was the last time you actually paid attention to your belly button? The navel, a small scar in the center of your belly, is often treated as if it doesn't exist. And that's exactly why it's the perfect hiding place for bacteria, sweat, yeast, body oils, and fabric lint to build up silently day after day. For people over 60, this becomes even more common. The belly button may be deeper. The abdominal skin becomes looser. It's harder to reach and clean, especially with back issues or a larger stomach. Why this little hole can quietly become a health risk. Bacteria thrive in warm, dark, moist spaces, causing a faint, musty odor or even a strong sour smell. Yeast grows easily, especially if you wear tight clothes, sweat often, or live in hot weather. Dead skin cells, soap residue, and lint collect inside, forming a gunky buildup that can cause itching, irritation, or even sores if scratched. If you've had abdominal surgery, diabetes, or old scars, the navel is even more prone to infection. A short story with a lasting reminder. Peter, 79, was neat, tidy, and took a shower every day. But for months, he had a faint itch and odd odor coming from around his belly button. He thought it was just his belt rubbing against his skin. But one sleepless night from constant itching, his daughter took a closer look and found sticky buildup and a strange smell in his navel. Doctors diagnosed him with a mild fungal and bacterial infection simply from not cleaning the area properly. After a few days of antifungal cream and proper hygiene, Peter felt so much better, he later said. I never imagined such a small spot could affect my mood and sleep like that. How to clean your belly button, a tiny habit with huge benefits. 1. Gently clean it daily. Use a clean cotton swab dipped in warm water mixed with a drop of mild, fragrance-free soap. Gently swirl from the inside out. Don't push too deep. Don't scrub hard. If you see dark debris or oily buildup, that's old sweat and dead skin. 2. Rinse and dry thoroughly. Use a damp, soft cloth to wipe away any leftover soap. Then dry completely with a clean towel or use a blow dryer on cool setting, held 8 inches 20 centimeters away. 3. Check your belly button once a week. Is it itchy, red, or unusually moist? Is there a sour, fishy, or foul smell? Is there discharge, wetness, or rash around it? 4. If something seems off, don't hesitate to see your doctor. A simple tube of antifungal or antibacterial cream can solve the issue within days. Left untreated, infections can go deeper and impact your immune system, especially in older adults. Your belly button is like a tiny storage drawer in the middle of your belly. And like any drawer, if left untouched for too long, it turns into a hiding place for grime, germs, and irritation. Cleaning it takes less than a minute. But it helps you reduce body odor, prevent skin infections, sleep better, feel lighter, and stay more comfortable every day. Don't let this tiny forgotten place affect the quality of your golden years. We've just talked about the belly button, a tiny part of the body that, when neglected, can make your whole body feel tired and uncomfortable. But there's something even bigger. Have you ever thought that the body parts we tend to forget, like the feet, the groin, or the navel, might actually be whispering to us? Not just asking to be cleaned, but asking us to listen. Not just to stay free from germs, but to protect something much more precious. Our freedom, our independence, our quiet confidence in every step, every breath, and every peaceful night's sleep. So right now, let's take a moment to reflect on everything we've just learned. And remember the most powerful lesson about aging well. Care begins with the smallest things. Part 4, Final Message, Hidden Areas, Silent Signs of Health. When we talk about healthy aging, people often think of nutritious food, vitamins, or exercise. Rarely do we hear about drying between the toes, cleaning the groin, or gently washing the belly button each day. But it's these small, quiet, often overlooked acts that form your first line of defense against sudden infections, sleepless nights from constant itching, or months of immobility caused by a simple, untreated sore. Because when you take care of just these 3 areas every day, your skin becomes less red, less irritated, and less fragile. You move more freely, whether walking, lying down, or getting dressed. Your body feels fresher, lighter, and smells better, without the unspoken odors. Most importantly, you feel seen, cared for, and valued by yourself. Aging isn't a decline, it's a slow, mindful return to caring for the little things. A towel gently drying between your toes, a soothing cream on your inner thigh, a soft cotton swab inside a clean belly button. Tiny habits that protect your independence, your daily comfort, and your quiet confidence in your own body. So tell me, what surprised you the most today? Was it the way to dry between your toes, how to clean your belly button properly, or how to choose the right underwear? Share it in the comments, because your story, no matter how small, might help someone else who's silently struggling with the same discomfort. Thank you for spending your precious time with me right to the very end. If this video helped you feel seen, informed, or simply reminded you to care for yourself a little more gently, please take one small step: subscribe to the channel. Every week, I'll be here to share real, Practical health advice made especially for people over 60. Not just about medications or diets, but about the little things that quietly shape how you feel, how you move, and how you sleep. Leave a comment below what tip will you try today. And if you have your own story or trick that's helped you feel cleaner, fresher, or more comfortable, don't keep it to yourself. Your experience might be the light someone else needs. If you found this helpful, give it a like. It tells YouTube to show it to others who need it. And if you know someone, a parent, a neighbor, a friend who might benefit from this, share this video with them. It might just save them from weeks of silent discomfort. Until next time, take care of yourself, because aging well isn't about being perfect. It's about paying attention to the quiet places